Welcome to the Secrets for a Happy Life podcast, where we uncover the science, the stories, and strategies behind true happiness. Today's episode is one that you'll want to stick around till the end, because we've joined by a very special guest, Happiness Manager Petra. And Petra doesn't just talk about happiness, she lives it and helps others cultivate it every single day. So together we'll explore the surprising factors that influence your joy, how to overcome happiness traps, and the small shifts that can transform your life. But here's the kicker. By the end of this episode, you'll walk away with practical tools to create a sustainable and deeply fulfilling sense of happiness in your own life. So grab a cup of tea, settle in, and prepare to be inspired, because what Petra shares today could change your life. So let's dive in. Petra, hello. Welcome to our podcast. I'm so happy to see you. And how are you today?
Well, hello, Petra. I'm really happy to be your guest and to see you after quite some time, even if it's online. But I'm really looking forward to see you live very, very soon. How am I today? Well, every morning I start with one special ritual. As people say, you cannot wake from the bed on your left foot. So I every morning decide and put my right foot on the floor, actually in my unicorn slipper, and it makes me happy, because I know that I have already done something for myself, for my happiness, and then I put a smile on my face, and my mouth sends triggers to my brain, and my brain think, okay, Petra is happy, and let's give her some happy hormones. So this is the more or less the beginning of my every day, and that's how I start with my happiness training, because happiness is my way of life. I train happiness as much as I can, because it's not something that you are given. It's something you have to try. You have to work hard for it.
Yeah, you have to choose it, I say. And I also do that, but I sleep on the left side of the bed. So in order for me to get to wake up and start with the right leg, I have to just roll over that big bed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. So it makes me smile every morning when I do that.
Happy intention.
Yeah. Petra, how did you become happiness manager? This is such a cool title, like really good one. And what does that mean? Like, what do you do?
My life has been in some ways difficult, challenging, but I somehow managed it from to face everything and to come out stronger, more positive, and more resilient. As I was working as a communicator in one agency for almost 20 years, and I was always looking for that positive stuff that people can tell each other, that people can show each other, that you can feel in the energy, something behind the words. And then I was life happened, and I was in the middle of career transition and deciding what to do next. And I wanted something new, because I had kids, my values changed, I became more grown up, if you could say so. And I was after the I was at the end of my I would say phase when I was contemplating a lot, where I was reliving my experience and structuring my life, because maybe to say, I'm also working as a human design consultant, and in my profile is stated that I have two periods in my life. The first one till 30 years old, it's the one that I'm experiencing life, learning from mistakes, experimenting a lot. From 30 to 50, it is the period when I was contemplating, when I was structuring, when I was building myself, renewing myself. And now after 50, I am the one who can give people a lot of things because I know what I want. Back to my becoming a happiness officer. When I was in this career transition, I wanted to do something for people, something to give to people. And because I have been working in quite a happy environment, I had happy working life. And because people, we spent more than 13 years of our lives at work, it should be happy. And I was thinking, well, how can I help people to be happy at work? And me and my friend, we decided to go for a certificate in Denmark with the Master of Happiness at Work, and we became certified Chief Happiness Officers. And we brought this then to Slovenia and started to work on happiness at work and on personal happiness.
Amazing. I love it. Really love it. What would you say? What is one common myth about happiness? Like what holds people back from like truly experiencing it? Because I know for me, it was for a long time that if I'm going to feel happy, if I'm going to be joyful, then I will jinx it and I will not feel it anymore. So what would you say in your experience? What is this like common myth that people are facing it?
It's in our nature that we are negative. It's in our DNA. It's written in our DNA that we have to be really careful, that we have to be afraid of everything, really attentive to bad things. And so we forget the good things that happen in our lives. And it's a lot of good things that are happening in our lives. And for example, we can, it's very common that during the day we have 5-10 good things that happen, but then at the end of the day, something not so pleasant happens. And the day will stuck in our mind as not very good one because of that last one day. But it's in our nature, so we have to intentionally work on it and look for these positive things, be aware of these positive things and stop. From a lot of, we have to stop many times during the day to be grateful, to see what is good that is happening to us. And this is one of the best things that you can do for your happiness.
So we can say this is like a happiness formula, that which ingredients are to be mindful, to stop during the day, to just see what good is happening for us, and also in the evening, not just to think about the bad stuff that like we are used to, but really be thoughtful about and mindful about what good happened for me today.
Yes. This is one of my trainings as well. In the evening, before I fall asleep, I think of 3 good things that happened that I'm grateful for. And that puts me in this positive, optimistic mood, and I fall asleep in this mood, and then I wake up in this mood as well. Usually it's like that. And speaking of formulas, yes, I have another formula for happiness. It was discovered by Sonja Ljubomirsky. She's very, very famous social psychologist dealing with happiness for over 20 years. And she says that about 50% of our happiness is written in our DNA. It's genetically dependent. But only 10% depends on the circumstances. For example, where we live, how old are we, how much do we earn? I mean, how much money do we have? What kind of house do we have? And stuff like this. And 40% depends on us. How we feel, how is our mindset? Is it growth mindset? Is it positive mindset? How do we perceive our lives? How do we look at our lives? For example, we can also one of my morning tricks. For example, when I wake up in the morning, I decide every morning how my day is going to be. It's like when you go on the bus and then you decide on which side you will where you will sit. You can sit where on the sunny side of the bus, where you can see nature and birds and dogs and happy people, or you can sit on the not so sunny, dark side of the bus, where you see the rocks and everything is gray and sad. Every morning you decide where you sit.
So you can, if we say in different words, you can prime yourself to be happy and to be joyful and to be more optimistic than usual. How do you do that? Because it's easy to say, but when, for example, you really feel tired or you didn't sleep well or some virus is catching you and you just, your body doesn't feel good. How do you manage to go from this not such a good, happy mood to this more optimistic flow?
Well, it's more or less about the training. Mm-hmm. It's like when you train for when you want to run the marathon, you train. You first run 500 meters, then 700 meters and kilometer, and then you come to this 42 kilometers. Happiness is also a training, but you don't have to be happy all the time, like 24/7. I allow my feelings, all kind of feelings, to be part of my life, but I learn how to manage them, how to live with them, to talk with my feelings, to see what they want to tell me, and then say goodbye to my feelings, not to cling on them, not to be too much friendly with them. I mean, feelings are part of our life. They come, they go, and we should take it like this.
And this is really important, that we don't shy away from the feelings, especially like sadness or anger, because they all are showing us something. They have some messages for us, and if we would just push them away and no, I need to be happy, this would be like toxic positivity, toxic happiness. But so I really like that you said this, that it's crucial that we accept all the feelings that we have and then learn how to deal with them and start to seeing it in more like what is the best thing that can happen from now on. Another thing that I wanted to ask you, like, we are really, our relationships with people that we have, they really shape our our feelings, our states that we are in, our emotional states. How can you cultivate happiness in relationships that two people, or maybe friends or spouses or just family members, that they get along, and that we can also take a little bit what we learned from how to be happy also to other parts of family or to our friends?
Yes. First of all, we have to be a kind of the one that they will look up to us. If we are behaving in certain way, if we cultivate certain values, if we train happiness and express this positivity, they will look up to us. Like little kids, when they look at the parents, they do the same things that parents do. They talk the same language, they use the same words. And it's also when you are grown up, we look at each other, and only one person is enough to change the mood, for better or for worse. And feelings and happiness are contagious. So when I'm happy, I somehow transfer it to my family. Actually, my family is quite happy because I also train them for quite some time now. And especially with my sons, they are thankful for this, because they are quite different from their friends and other, I mean, co-workers and friends at school, at faculty. Yes, this is the first thing. And the second thing is communication. It is very, very, very important that we talk. The first step is that we inform people around us what we are thinking about, what we are going to do, what we are not going to do. Because when people are informed about us, they somehow let us into their world, and they somehow feel that they are a part of our world. We invite them to our world with this. And then, of course, talking about everything, about small things, about big things, important things, fears, good stuff, bad stuff, celebrating victories, successes, and also celebrating mistakes, because we do mistakes. That's part of our lives. And we are celebrating mistakes, we are talking about them, we share knowledge, very important knowledge that others can use, and maybe they don't make the same mistake that we did.
Mm-hmm. I was just listening yesterday in the gym, one podcast, and I think it was Adam Grant who said that every year he prepares himself that he needs to experience 3 failures. Otherwise, he doesn't dream enough, and he doesn't go big enough. And also, when your mindset is set like, I need to do 3 failures, like big ones, when you experience them, it doesn't feel like it's the end of the world, but it's okay, that is done. This is one. I need 2 more in order to like really
very good one.
know that I'm having enough big goals in my life. And I think this is also something like, it's a mindset trick that if we are prepared to experience something bad and then we celebrate it, like you said, then this is also can be a part of our journey, a part of our happiness.
Yeah. We can really do a lot with our mind. It is, we can set it on a really good level for us, in a good direction for us. So it's really worth to work on it.
Mm. And also gratitude. I think gratitude is a big ingredient of happiness, of joy. What would you say is preferred to practice it daily or maybe once a week so it doesn't get a routine and I have to do that? Because I found sometimes with myself and also with my clients, when something has to be done every day, it becomes a burden and it becomes a task that I have to do, and it's not something that I'm looking forward to do, and it brings me some like extra motivation or some joy, let's say.
Yes, definitely. It's not the thing that you would do every day for, 50 years. That wouldn't be as satisfying as it. Maybe you can do. I like challenges, like 21-day challenge or something. Maybe you can do a 21-day or 10-day challenge that you write 10 things that you are grateful for. But then you stop and then you listen to yourself. How often do you have to write gratitude? And with 21 days, it kind of becomes a habit. And then it's like during the day, you suddenly stop and think, oh, this is what I'm grateful for. This is the moment that makes me so happy. And because I'm so grateful for something. It could be something like the nice walk or the person you meet on the street and smiles at you. It's really very different small things.
It can be nice weather.
Nice weather, definitely. And when you, for example, I live very in the 16th floor, and I have great sunsets, also sunrises, but sunsets are even better. And sometimes I just I just pass by the window and see this beauty of the nature, and I think, oh, I'm so grateful that I have such a beautiful view. And I'm really trying to be I call this mindfulness, gratefulness, something, the mix, that during the day you are mindful for these things and you stop and you think or say, I'm so grateful for this. And it fills your heart with such special feeling.
Yeah, when you really, really feel it, not just write it down and they are just words, but when you really feel it deep in your heart and in your soul.
Yeah.
So I think we can say this is also some long-term happiness strategy that people can use.
Definitely. Gratitude is definitely one of the things that brings most happiness.
Are there any other strategies that can lead to long-term happiness? Like this long-lasting fulfillment? How can we get that?
Yes, definitely. A lot of small steps brings to big happiness. And these small steps are like saying good morning, especially when you come to work. It's fascinating. People don't say good morning to each other at work. It's not so common that you would expect it. And then you say thank you, and then you compliment people, you help people, you make a coffee for someone, you bake for someone, you can invite your friend for a coffee, spend time with people. And what is also important is moving, exercising. That's really, really important thing for building the happiness. And this is one of my New Year's resolutions for this year. And then sleeping. You have to sleep like at least 6 to 8 hours per night in order to be to function, to be functional the next day, to be to make good decisions, to make good relationships, to be happy. And then what is also one thing is that you thank people who are happy, because like I have already said, it's not you can't take it for granted that they are happy, because they work really, really hard for it. It's easier to be grumpy, to complain, to be negative, but it's not easy to be happy. And yes, and complaining, this is one of the worst things that you can do for yourselves. When you complain and when you get in this vortex of negativity, stop it. It is hard, but it is very
it takes your energy away.
Yeah, it takes your energy away. It also it connects you with people on the basis of negative stuff, and you together, when you are together, then you just talking about negative stuff, competing who has more negative experience, and it is disaster.
Yeah, I just run away from those kind of situations. Now you reminded me,
Yes.
We came to one event here in Dubai, and we like to meet new people, and then we saw one couple. They started to talk with us, and then it was just like a dump of all these complaints, and I was just like, I need to go now.
Yes,
because
the
it
best
was just
strategy to go.
draining me. It was such an energy drainer, and so this is really important, not to complain. Also in our minds, not to complain, because it takes the energy away. And then we don't have these positive outcomes, and we don't look forward to something new, to something exciting, because we see all those little obstacles and what else can go wrong. So amazing.
Yes, that's true. And it is good, you mentioned it, it's good when you make happy plan for yourself, like the things that you're looking forward to in the coming week. For example, on Monday you can make a list, what am I looking for in this week, and then you have something that pushes you through everything that comes your way.
Yeah, so if I wrap up a little bit what we talked about, in order to being mindfully happy, so you just need to take small steps, like saying hi, maybe also to neighbors. Like here, nobody says hello, good afternoon, how are you, something. Really? Not in my building. So I'm the one who is always, oh, how are you? I really love your dress. And they look at me like I come from some other planet, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, I think this is important, just to start some small conversations and to start with a good mood. Maybe when we wake up, we just think, oh, I'm breathing, so that means I'm alive. So another day for me, hey, because we live in those days and you never know what can happen, you know?
Exactly.
You can hear stories from, 20-year-old people that they just didn't wake up. And I think it's really important that at least I am grateful every morning when I wake up that I'm still alive, that I can do what I want to do, that I can record this podcast with you, because it means a lot to me to spread happiness. Because if today, when we are talking about happiness, if we inspire at least one other person to be more happy, to consciously choose living more happy life, then I think this will spread like a butterfly effect. And this is my job.
Exactly.
And I think also it's it's your way of living. And I really thank you for that.
Yeah. You have a very good job.
I do, I know.
Yes.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you would like to say to our listeners about happiness?
Maybe you were saying that we can make at least one person happy. The research shows that we can make up to 1,000 people happy with just one good deed. And for example, when you talk, when you say hello to your neighbors, they are happy because it means that you have some positive feelings for them and they feel it. And they will go, I don't know, to their friends, to work and something, and they will bring their happiness, their positive feelings with them, and will make other people happy. And so one person can make up to 1,000 people happy with just one good deed. And it is very, it's a big responsibility. So
but better be responsible for happiness than for grumpiness.
Yes, of course, of course. Of course, we have responsibility to make this world happy.
Yeah, we do, and I think this can be our purpose also, to just spread happy vibes and take word seriously, but with optimistic pinch of salt, let's say.
Yes, definitely.
Petra, where can people find you? Where can people find your work?
Yes, I'm on Instagram, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. We with a colleague, we also have a website. I'm also on TikTok, so quite some places to find me.
Okay, we'll link everything in the show notes, and so I really encourage all the listeners to DM Petra or ask her and follow her for whatever you want, and spread happiness, because this is really important that we do that, especially in this kind of world that we live in now. So thank you, Petra, for your time. I really appreciate you, and I love your work, and just keep on going.
Yes, I will. Thank you, Petra, for having me in your podcast, and it is my promise that I will make this world happy.
Thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye, you too. Bye.